Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, friends, and a happy Monday. We love Mondays. We love Mondays because it's Monday Jumpstart. Means we get to spend the time with you. Hi, this is Marianne with Happy Paper People, and with me today are Dawn Marie, otherwise known as
everyone,
and Miss Sarah.
Hello.
No little wave there, but she said hello. And they have agreed to make a mess. Oh, there you go. Oh, she's smart. She put gloves on. I never think to do that until it's too late. My hands are already a mess. But they have agreed to make a mess with me today. We are excited to have you here. And if you are a new subscriber, we welcome you. We have a lot of new subscribers recently. We are so excited to meet you and get to know you. So if you come in on a live, please do jump in chat and say hello so we can say hi to you. Just introduce yourself. That's all you have to do is say hi. And we recognize that you're new here, and we'll grab hold of you and welcome you right in. And if you are a long-term subscriber, we are so grateful to have you here. And we welcome you back as well. It is because of those who keep returning that we have the opportunity to do this. Hi, Pam. Pam is here live already. Good to see you, Pam.
Hi, Pam.
And let's see. If you are a new subscriber, we want to let you know about the Happy Paper People Facebook group. We invite you to come over and join us there. It is a private group. Just answer the 3 questions and you'll be right in. Super simple. And it is a safe place for all creators to post. Hi, Sada. Welcome, welcome. We are inspired by everyone, by everything, by all kinds of art, and we like to inspire each other. So we welcome artists of all kinds, from junk journals to scrapbooking to card making to crocheting to quilting to photography to toll painting, anything else that you can think of. Many of us like to do more than one thing. So usually creative people like to try all kinds of things. So, and we also realize that we get inspired by all kinds of things, not just by the thing that we're doing. So we welcome you over to share your art, your creations with us. It is a safe place where you will receive positive motivation and energy. Never anything negative in this group. And that is one thing that we are very proud of and we hold tight to, is the positivity and uplifting manner of this group. So, all right. We have Pam and Sada here already. Are either of you going to play along with us today? We are going to make a mess with shaving cream, although it really doesn't have to be a big mess. And I'm open to show you how it doesn't have to be a great big mess. Before we get started in that, let's do a quick reminder, because this is the last week of March. Just watching to learn. Okay, awesome. This is the final week of March, and so we want to remind you, and if you're brand new, there's still plenty of time to get in. March is National Craft Month, so we have had a challenge throughout the month, which is a Tag a Day challenge. Hashtag HPPMARTAG. That is the hashtag that you want to use every time you post a tag that you make this month. If you go to Happy Paper People Facebook group, at the top of the page, there is a featured post that is pinned there that you can read all about it. But the idea is to make a tag a day. And if you're just coming in now, yes, you can go back and make up all the first days of the month and catch yourself right up. What is really important is that by this coming Sunday, which is the 31st, it's also Easter, that you post one photo that shows all of your 31 tags in that photo. Need to post it in the Facebook group using the hashtag. Has to be in there by Sunday. I'll say that 3 times just to make sure everybody knows, because April 1st, the very next day, is when the prizes are going to be given away. And they will be given away at Monday Jumpstart, because April 1st is a Monday, at noon Mountain Time. So that's 11, 12, 1, and 2, depending on what time zone you are in. So there's still plenty of time for you to jump in, make some tags, and get in on that. So today we are going to marble paper using the shaving cream technique. And we have done this before. We've got a couple of videos in YouTube in our history that do this. And we're going to maybe try a couple of different techniques today as we're doing it. We always like to experiment, and we frequently experiment live so that you can see how those experiments go. We don't mind when they're a fail, because then you know what happened and you can try something different or change it up a bit yourself. So what we have today, I've got some index cards, some envelopes, I've got scraps and offcuts, plenty of those. Oh, here's some ATCs that were already cut. Often I'll do one large piece and then cut it down to ATCs, but these are already cut. They're watercolor paper, so I can use those. That looks like it's plastic paper, so that will go for alcohol ink. Here's some 6x6s that I think I'll do the back of and make them more usable for me. An offcut or an off tear of doily, paper doily. I've got some dark paper that I would like to try some metallic on. I've got some brown packing paper. Here's one that is just a piece of paper that is already lined out to cut for ATCs. I thought I'd leave it whole and do that and then cut it up. I've got some book page here, and I've got a whole bunch of paper that is just like it got some ink on it when we were doing something, or the printer started to go bad out of ink, and so it's funky colors, funky yellow, or only got a partial print or something like that. Or even some things that I did something on the piece of paper and I can tear that off and use the rest of it. So, just for the offcuts on here. So offcuts and scraps are great for this. When you make them marbled, they're wonderful to use in little bits and pieces. Larger pages are good as well, because they make beautiful end paper in your journals and books that you make. Hey, KK, good morning. Margie! Margie's here. Welcome, Margie. Glad you're awake. And I see Margie, and that reminds me to tell you, if you would please, a thumbs up, because Margie always remembers. So now when I see Margie, it reminds me. She's so good. We appreciate a thumbs up. We appreciate a comment when we are done going live, if you come back and leave a comment. So that's how we find lots of new creative friends, because YouTube then puts these videos in somebody else's feed and says, hey, maybe you will like this type of thing. So we are going to jump right in with shaving cream. Now, it's important that you know that you need to have shaving foam, not shaving gel. Shaving gel will not work, but shaving foam will. And any kind. Doug just picked this up at Dollar Tree this morning. This is what Dollar Tree typically has, and these are half the size they used to be. So this one was larger, so we grabbed that one. Just some Dollar Tree brand, but we're going to try it. It should work. I squirted it a little bit, and at least it squirts out, so that's fine. All right, what are you going to make the color with to marble? Well, truth is, hi, Sylvia. Good. Good to see you. Anything that's liquid can be used in the shaving cream technique. We're going to start with acrylic paint, because I really like how acrylic paint works. It's probably the thing that almost everybody has. And I really like how it works even over some of the other items. But we've got a lot of other items sitting on our desk to show you how to use or how they look when you use them. But we're going to start with acrylic paint. So it's making a, maybe it needs to be set straight. There we go. That sounds better. It didn't like being turned upside down. All right. So we start by just putting a layer of shaving cream in the container. Any container will work. I don't always flatten it out like this. I am, because I was turning it at a weird angle and it was squirting out funny. And so it was all different levels. So otherwise, it doesn't really matter if it's all different levels. So we're going to start out with some acrylic paint. And let's see what I've got. Well, I got a purple and I didn't even get a pink, but I've got a purple and I've got a blue and a dark blue. Let's do purple, blue, and blue. Good to see you guys. So glad that you're here.
Bluegrass green.
Nice.
I don't know if this one's going to work. I wanted it with olive green.
Ooh.
And maybe some pineapple yellow.
And what colors are you using, Sarah?
Amethyst and yellow flame.
Ooh, pretty.
Ooh.
Guys, this is one of those places where your cheap, runny paint is perfect. Works great. Sunday. Well, so we are first. Oh, shoot. I forgot I washed all my art towels and I left them in the washer.
I was just thinking all of my art towels, Mark must have put them in with my kitchen towels because I didn't get any when that was done.
I put them in the laundry this morning so I would have one clean for today because they all needed to be washed. And then I just forgot to go move them to the dryer and get one out. I could even use it wet. That would actually be perfect, but without taking the time to go run across the house and get one. I'll grab a wipey here, baby wipe. Okay, so I've put 3 different colors here, and now I want to, let me find what I want to use. I want to make design with it. Oops. So I'm going to grab, and you can do this with anything. You could take a stick. You could take a stylus. You could take the end of the back end of a paintbrush like that. It's pretty thick. You could take a skinny one. You can take a knife, a plastic knife, which I frequently use. You could take the pointy end of a palette knife. I'm looking for one of these skinny ones that has a smaller back end. That's what I'll use because my skewers, I usually use a skewer. Hey, Doug, are you in the bedroom? No, he is not. Okay. I forgot to go out and get new skewers because I have completely destroyed the ones that were in here. So, all right. So I'm going to take this and just create some design. You can leave it like this and put your paper down on it. But I'm going to take my stick, and I'm just going to go back and forth on this against the grain that I put it down. And by doing that, you create that look that you get on the paper that we see from those antique books in end paper. And you can even go then the opposite way and then go one more time this way. But I went pretty heavy on the paint. And so I'm not going to go again because I don't want it just to start completely smashing together. So I'm going to start with I'm going to do both sides of the envelopes. However, I'll do one side, let it dry, and then I can come back and get the other side. So I'll look at which way is the best so I can get the most out of this. So I'll put the envelope down, and I'm going to grab at least a scrap that will go over here. That one will. And all I'm going to do is press it down on, because I don't want to change the design. I like that marble. We're looking for that marbled look. We're marbling paper. I'm just going to press it on so it picks it all up. And I'm going to press this one down. I don't care if some gets on the other side too, because I would do the other side. And then I'm going to use my tweezers and pick it up. I'm going to set this out of the way, and so I can do this right here so you can see I didn't have color all the way to the edge here. I had it, so it was white at the edge, but there's color all the way here because this was the center. So I'm actually going to turn it around because I know I need to work left to right just because I'm right-handed. And I couldn't find my scraper because it's with the other can of, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to use a plastic ruler as my scraper today. And all I'm going to do is go as close to the edge as I can over here. I'm just holding it down with my finger. I know I won't be able to get exactly at the edge because my finger's there, but I'll go as close as possible. And I'm going to scrape it this direction to scrape all that shaving cream off. And as I scrape it, it's going to bring color all the way up to the edge there where I didn't have any color. Okay. And then I can turn it around and I can pick up just that little edge that didn't get scraped off. I can scrape that right there. Okay. And then this needs to get set somewhere just to dry. I did go pretty heavy. I do have the marbled look, but I did go pretty heavy on the paint on there. So heavy-handed, I know. So I'm going to bring this back to show you. I'm going to pick up the bookmark or that offcut there, but there's still quite a bit of ink here or paint here, and it's not destroyed that I could pick up, put something else down and pick up some more. So I'll pick this one up. And I'm going to put it this way. Actually, it'd be great if I could scrape it that way, but it doesn't matter. All right, I first want to take all this that I can from right here and put it back. I'm just going to put it back on the edge of my, scrape it against the edge of my pan so it stays there. Okay. Get on the edge, put my finger in, and scrape down there. Right, and I'll set that one up to dry. Put that shaving cream back on there. And just get that other edge there. Yeah, not a bad idea to put gloves on. And my towel, my art towel would be really helpful right now. So
yes, I was just thinking the same thing.
When Doug walks down the hall, in fact, I might just text him, ask him if he can grab it.
And if anybody's wondering what I'm using to do mine in, I have a whole box of card boxes. And I'm doing it on the inside of that, and hopefully it will make pretty colors on the inside for when I want to use them for something else. So
good idea.
Multitasking.
And, you know, it helps if you think ahead and think, okay, here's some colors that I would like to use for upcoming projects. So I'm going to do things in these colors. You know, that's kind of good to think about. But we don't always do that. Sometimes we just want to play and we use all kinds of colors. All right, so I'll bring this back and get my hair out of there. Now it's full of paint. So I'm going to take it straight to the trash can. Forgot to put my hair up in a clip. Get some more offcuts and see what we can. So let's take a couple of these little, these are watercolor paper. I've already got it on my arm. Great.
So do I, and I have gloves on.
Oh, thank you. Did you dry them already?
Yeah.
Wow, thank you. I thought they were still in the washer. You have gloves on and you have it on your arm too?
Yep. And on my face too. I got it on my glasses.
You got an itch? That's funny. It's either super messy or not at all. Usually,
yeah.
If I do it alone, I don't move these things back and forth, so I really don't get as messy. But you know, that's okay. It's like the $6 burger if it doesn't get all over your face.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, it's fun to make a mess and know that it's okay.
Make
You're not
a mess. Make a mess.
Not going to get in trouble for making a mess, right?
Exactly.
There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to press those down. All you need to do is make sure that they have touched the color, touched the paint, the shaving cream. If I do this a little bit over here, just get a little bit of design into that corner. I'll put one more right there. And
so she's just putting them down. I actually like to pounce mine a little bit to make sure they get down in there. To make sure that you get color on everything. And that's
I press them, but I guess I don't pounce on them, but I do press them down just to make sure that they've touched. Sarah, as you pull them out, hold them under your camera above your plastic container so we can see what you're getting.
Okay.
As we can see your plastic container of ink, but we can't see what you've pulled. All right, one last one here. And if I look at it and I can see that this didn't get touched right there, I'll just smash it back on, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to bring this over and try to move this out of the way. It's a little awkward, but that's okay. All right, and we'll get our ruler. And I don't really worry about the other side. If I want to, I can go back and do the other side after this side dries. Oh, that's cool looking. Let's set that up here.
Ooh, I just had an idea.
So anything that is liquid, any liquid color can be used for this technique. It does not have to be acrylic paint. Some of the other things we have sitting on our desks are watercolor ink, acrylic ink, alcohol ink. I've got some Dina Wakley glossy acrylic medium that I thought would be fun in those neon colors. We've got some re-inkers just for our ink pads. And something new that I haven't tried that I wanted to try today, pulled out the Lindy's Magicals. Sarah has already tried it. I hadn't tried it. I pulled them out and thought, go ahead.
This one I have textured paste on.
Oh, wow.
Can you see it?
You got a lot of texture on that. That's cool. Yeah.
That's a good idea. I've never thought to have something already
underneath.
Texturized for it.
Yeah. Now it would be harder to scrape it off. But,
it was.
but
you know, if you leave a little bit of the soap on it, you just spray it with some water and it comes off, and that still leaves a different kind of mark too.
Yeah.
Right.
Just only a little bit of water so you don't water up the whole thing. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Circus colors.
I'm making a big piece of paper.
Let's see who else came in. Anybody else come in? How long does it usually take to dry? Well, Pam, that usually depends on how thick you put the paint or what kind of medium you use for the color. Texture paste, but spray water and poof. Yeah. Sylvia thinking the same thing. So I will keep using this until it's not usable. But the more you use it, the more it becomes like this. So look at the difference in this one and this one. So the more you use it, the more it becomes a mushed up, which is still cool because in this one you may not see, but I've got different shades of blue and purple and then white where I let it not cover the whole thing. So it looks cool. It's just different than this marbled effect. So know that the more you use this, the more it becomes like that. Now you can also come back here and do some swirling again and get some of this white shaving cream from the edge that hasn't got any paint on it, and draw it into the center and create some more marbled effect. But there is a point where it just becomes either a gray or black or brown mess, or this will just become solid blue because that dark blue will overtake everything. And at that point, we'll just spray another row of foam across it and start fresh, because you don't mix it up with the foam beneath it. You only mix it up and down to change the dimension, to change the design of the foam, not to mix it with the foam that's underneath it. I'm trying this piece of doily, paper doily, and you don't want to let that sit there too long because it's just paper, and it becomes really easy for it to just disintegrate. And not that it's just paper, that's all we're using is paper, but it's super thin paper. Mm-hmm. And it becomes easy for it. I'm going to even just let it sit there for a minute before I scrape it. Let's get, you can get some index cards.
Yeah, I tend to not scrape mine until I'm finished pulling, and then I go back and scrape everything.
Scrape all of them? Mm.
Yep.
So, and I think it depends. For me, it depends on what I'm using as the color inside. Acrylic paint, I would be okay doing that because it's not going to dry by the time I get to that. Some of the other things that dry really fast, I want to scrape sooner because I know that they will be more dry and it will scrape across and really alter it maybe more than I want to. It's got a lot of white on it. I'm just going to try to scrape it in the air. I like it. I like the where it had all that extra white. There's a lot of white underneath that. I did not prepare enough space for things to sit out to dry. Did you guys?
Yep.
I did. I took the sewing machine off the table.
Yeah. So I might have to take a minute and prepare me some more space.
The watercolor dries a lot faster.
Yes, any of the ink dries a lot faster than the acrylic paint. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, and you're either going to get it all over your gloves or your hands, whichever you're using. This is a piece of just manila folder, file folder. So I'll put that in there. I should have put this around the other side because all this on the edge is where I keep sticking my arm. Ooh, that'd be cool. Let's see. Try it with Yupo paper. You can. I don't really like to waste Yupo paper or graphics plastic paper for this, only because this will work on everything. If I was doing the Yupo, I'd probably do that with the alcohol inks.
Yeah.
Knowing that they will set on it. Some of the things may just slide right off and you actually won't get as good of impression. All right. The circus. Yeah. The entertainer.
I've got all 4th of July colors in it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you do.
I didn't mean to.
That's just what your brain went toward. Here is an old piece of the first page on a book when you get in. I like that aged look on those, but it was sitting there with all these scraps, so let's use it. If they're small enough, you can scrape them in your hand, but okay. And And when those dry, we'll pull them back up here because it does change the look when you have manila folder or a yellowed paper and aged paper. It does change the look of it because you don't have that white background. So here's one that is that green, like accounting paper, and it's the green base. Let's see what that kind of looks like. And then I forgot to grab my favorite thing to do. I was going to show you some I already had done, and then I'm like, well, why don't I just do some more because I like them. I realized I forgot to grab them, so I'm going to reach up there and grab some. Since I have a towel to wipe my hands on now. Yes. Thank you, Doug. Okay. Sarah's doing book page. Is that book page?
Yep, that and a graph.
Yep. And Deanne's doing.
We're quite delayed.
Really?
That's a graph paper.
All right. Let's see here. I want to do going to the shelf. I'm looking for which one do I want. Now you got that song in my head, DM.
That's what the Boston Philharmonic or the Boston Symphony Orchestra plays when they set off the fireworks on 4th of July.
Yes, we watched that one on TV.
Yep, I watch it too. I've been there once to see the actual show, so
that's very cool.
Very cool. It was very cool.
I'll bet.
And because you run out on the field at like 7:30 in the morning with your stuff, and you like try to make sure you keep your spot, and then you have to have, if people come to sit with you, but they're coming later, you have to be able to tell them where you are, which is really difficult. I saw people flying balloons, and we didn't think of that, or anything like that. But it's very cool to see them set up, and we ended up with half the space we started with at the beginning of the day.
Oh, yeah, because it always ends up people squishing in and squishing in and squishing in.
Yeah. And I think we ended further forward, too, somehow. I'm not sure how, but that was fine also. We didn't...
Well, that's cool. Okay, so one of my favorite things to do... Yeah, and those are really cool experiences. One of my favorite things to do is labels. These are file folder labels. They're already sticky on the sheets, so they just peel up like that. And I love doing these. And then you have a whole sheet of these, and you can just peel them off and use them as you are embellishing. You can tear them up and stick a corner here or there. You can put them down to layer things. So that is going to, I'll probably need to do that in the metal pan that's underneath that's a little bit larger. Let me get these.
Woo! That one's good.
And see if this mixes up or if it's time to put.
Look at that one.
Still some really pretty blue there. Just don't want.
Just add some more.
I'm going to add some
to it.
More purple.
Keep the blue.
Well, it's not ready for foam quite yet, but
if you just put a little bit of foam in it and then swirl it around, it will give you white marks in the black and the blue.
That's true. So I want some white and I want some purple. So I'll add some foam and I'll add some purple paint. Hey, Colleen. Colleen from South Central Florida. Woo! Welcome. Sister who lives in Vermont is currently enjoying Florida sunshine. Crafting is my thing. Yes, it's been said before. That is very true, Sylvia. I have got to turn this around. Not that I don't have it on this side too, but I keep sticking my arm in that same spot.
My acrylic ink ones came out so much better than the acrylic paint.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, I've got a whole stack of ones that are red, white, and blue like that, like you did. And they are really cool.
I didn't mean to do it that.
Done the shaving cream technique.
Yeah.
Are you here because you have done the shaving cream technique, or is this new to you? All right, where did I just put the, oh, it's right in front of me. I couldn't see it. Oop, there it is. All right, so I'm going to mix just ever so slightly the new foam I put in and the purple. Okay, and let's leave that there. And I'm going to wait on the labels, unless I do, you know what? I'm just going to cut these sheets in half, and then they'll fit in here really nicely. I love just pulling these labels off and using them to embellish. And even when you do a sheet in the, like this, in the same color, every label is different. Just for the record, both Margie and I are missing Glynis. Feel better soon, dear heart. Yes, Glynis is not feeling very well today. We're sorry that she's not. I hope she gets feeling better soon. Hope she didn't catch something too bad, you know, flu or something. That's no fun.
Yeah.
Maybe she just overdid her fun over the weekend and needs a down day. I don't know. Hopefully. Margie, sorry you're not with it today. You are fine. Okay, that'll be pretty. Let's get some scraper off here. Trying to scrape this in the air. It's kind of working. You know, and you look at a big picture like this and it looks like one thing, but then when you peel off an individual label to use it, it looks completely different because it's just that one little section and they're so cool. Okay, so there's a half a sheet of labels. Right. That one had a lot of paint. Going to take a little bit longer. I couldn't scrape it off anymore. It was going to destroy the paper that was too thin. So you can see how you can do one. We put in foam and put down one layer of paint, basically, and we're still going. Ooh, Sarah, I like that color combination you have. What is it? What's the paint?
It's well, shoot.
Come on.
I didn't keep them apart, so I don't know. One of them's copper, and one of them's red apple.
Wow. It's pretty, pretty. I would like to see what you pull from that.
Light pink violet.
Ooh,
it's probably the color that's already in there.
Okay. All right, so I think I'm going to get this down, flatten it out, and I'll put a new layer of shaving cream on so I can move to a different product from acrylic paint, just so we can try something different. So you can see different things, how they work. And actually, man, there's still a lot of dyeing available in this, because even just to make it blue with a little bit of striation in it, be pretty. There's just a lot.
Oh my gosh.
That blue color was really rich. Maybe I'll just stick some paper down in here and just get some blue paper.
I put the end of my green one into and smeared it on top of a big piece of paper.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. And then I'll just make art out of that. Like I may just keep putting colors on top of it and smearing them and just to have fun and see what it makes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it makes a good just base. of some kind of color that you can then art journal on.
Yep.
Already created background.
Oh, it tipped.
Oh,
Sylvia's calling dibs on the one I'm doing right now.
Color combination.
Well, it's the red, white, and silver from before that I just mixed up to make it pink, and then I put pink, purple, and gold on top of it.
Yeah.
So some blue may show up, and some red may show up, and silver may show up, but it's
so that's a good idea with those. What if I just add silver and get
a lighter color,
a whole new mix?
And silver and white you could do.
Ooh, this is not mixed up. That's very liquid. I think it's separated.
So Marianne, this is the one that I.
Wow.
And these are labeled.
Oh, that's cool.
These are labels.
Wow. Cool. I love the labels because every one you peel up is different than the one before. Feel like, and then shaved off a beard. Would have immersed my face in shaving cream and then shaved off a beard. Yep, and my entire face. Oh my goodness, Sylvia, you had a busy weekend.
Not too busy to send out a present to me, but that was okay because I loved it and I want to give her hugs and kisses for it.
Oh, did you already get it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
What'd you get?
Oh, just some Halloween stamps because I'm a big Halloween person and she had gotten some that she didn't need anymore. Yeah. So
cool.
That's awesome.
Like racks. Make sure you're on the rack list, everybody.
Well, we need to get it reposted. We took it off, reformatted
I didn't realize it wasn't back on.
Yeah, we reformatted it, so we need to get it put back in, which we will do.
Okay, and we will do.
Watch for a post. Yep, watch for a post in the group.
It'll probably be me sending it because I just totally messed that up, guys. I think it was supposed to be me anyway.
Nope. Nope. I know you copied it out, but
yeah,
it wasn't your responsibility to put it back. So not your fault.
My responsibilities for those still aren't back yet, though. Still aren't there. So I still have to do that.
Okay. All right, let's see if we get some silver with the blue on this before we move on. Okay. This is one of those things that you just kind of put your head down and dig into for a couple of hours. And
you lose yourself.
Yeah.
So this is a sheet of Braille.
Oh, cool. It did wipe off with the bumps. That's cool looking.
Yeah.
That almost looks rusty on the right side. That was pretty.
With the copper, it was copper, so.
Yeah, that copper looks cool. With the red, it comes out almost rusty. Okay. I can see that.
So something I've been doing while I've been sitting watching Resident Alien, I have been using my punches and pre-punching a whole bunch of stuff.
Yes.
The bigger ones, the tags and everything. So that's what these flowers are from, is from punching while I'm watching TV.
Oh, cool.
And if you just punch them out of white paper like she did.
I punched them out of white paper so that I could do stuff like this with them.
So now she's going to have some gorgeous marbled flowers.
Yep. And the other thing is that they hang right to my left. So they're right there every time I need them, which is why I looked over and said, oh, look at all of those that could be done.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. Well, New Hampshire, Jen got like 22 inches of snow in 36 hours.
Yeah.
And we had
I've been there, done that.
We had snow yesterday. Oh, wow.
Yep.
So pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, it's almost the same
We had snow yesterday, and then it turned to rain. And right before we went live, it was snowing again like a blizzard. I really thought that we had turned that corner to spring.
Yeah, because it says it's spring doesn't mean that it is.
Yeah. No, just the way the weather had been. We've been up to 60 degrees and you know,
aren't you lucky?
It just felt like, we had turned that corner. Apparently not.
Page.
Mother Nature doesn't like being second guessed.
What's that one, Sarah?
This is actually a very big, glossy book page.
Oh. That you punched a couple things out of.
No. It's a full page.
She just cut it.
Well,
yeah. She just used the page.
Oh, I see. They're images that are on the page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. For a minute, all I saw was the dark rectangle and that dark oval, and I thought you had punched out, and so it was like a window.
No.
That's
It's
cool.
just the full page.
Yeah. Very cool. All right, let me get a couple more on this, and then I'm going to put a new layer of foam.
Oh, here.
It's a good way to do ATCs if you want some bases to start with. Sylvia says, Sarah, I admire your use of various substrates.
Thank you.
Yes. She's thought of a lot of different things there. All right, so we'll get the acrylic paint off of this and see if I can wipe it a bit, get some of that color off. After we bring this down, kind of make this level so we can put a new layer of ink over the top of it. So we're just going to basically hide this layer. I'm not going to, you could go wash it out if you want to start all over, but I just put a fairly thin layer to start so that we can just level it out and then put a new layer on top of it and do something different on the new layer, and it doesn't interfere at all.
And there's that graph paper.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes up. I've got about like 30-second delay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Now, as soon as you said there's that graph paper, I could see it. Could you not see it yet? Yeah.
No, it doesn't show up on my screen for about 30
seconds. Okay. So the delay is only for you.
Yeah.
It must be on her. Is she watching YouTube? And it's coming up.
Oh, are you you're talking about YouTube being able to see it?
Right. Right.
Yes. Yeah. Big delay. So yeah, when you show it under the camera, it's coming up right away, but they're not seeing it for that 20 or 30 seconds anyway. And so then you take it down and move on. It's not like it catches up and they see it and you're still there. And then, you know, they're always 20 or 30 seconds behind on YouTube. So whatever we do, they're just seeing it right after we do it. But
you
on
may have pulled
StreamYard.
it away and done something already, and yeah.
Yep. Okay, so let's do a new layer of whipped cream here. Don't forget to shake it.
Oh, I think I found a new way.
All right, so let's see here. Let me take this and level this out just a bit so our new color doesn't go right through it down into the blue. But who knows in the end what we'll end up with. All kinds of fun stuff there. What should we use? We've got alcohol ink, we've got re-inker, we've got Lindy's Magicals. We can
Try
use a couple of things actually. I've
Sprinkling
got
the
some
Magicals.
acrylic ink. I do want to try, let's see some more. Oh, you know what? I even brought out some of the dip pen ink that we can try. And I really do want to try these, the Dina Wakley gloss acrylic mediums that are neon. I do want to try those. Okay, but I want to do, I'm hoping that the Lindy's, when it hits the, I keep saying whipped cream, you know, whipped cream, shaving cream, it's all the same.
You could probably do it with whipped cream, but that's a waste of good food.
Exactly. I'm hoping when it hits the shaving cream that it will be wet enough that it will activate. If I spray it with water, that is going to melt the shaving cream immediately. So I'm hesitant to do that.
I just wiped some of mine off instead of using the spatula. I just used my paper towel.
Yeah.
And took some of the cream off that way, and that was pretty easy too. Cool.
And your paper towel will end up looking really cool by the time you're done.
So, and the other thing I did is I took some of this and I just spread it onto a plain piece of paper. So you can see some of the things underneath it, but it's pretty much just the purple color, which isn't a bad color.
That's a really good background. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Get a couple of colors here. I'll do this. I'm doing all the different shades of green in here. So, oops. Don't put that in the shaving cream. So there's a teal and let's see, spill the tea teal, cup of tea teal. There's two different shades of teal. And then this double biscuit blue green. So right now they're still kind of sitting on top. I can see that they've touched or they've activated just a tiny bit, but not a ton. So I'm wondering when I press something down, or maybe if I add some liquid ink, that would be enough if when that liquid touches it, if it'll activate.
If you have a wide mist bottle, it won't make the shaving cream go down too much.
Yeah.
I think instead of a spray, if you have a really light mist, and it would probably get it going. But also, once you put, once you swirl it, that will get it going too. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm thinking is that I'm going to put some drops of this metallic, if it'll come out.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't used it in quite a while, and it needs to be stuck with a pin.
So this is my other box that I just did.
Oh, pretty.
I will go and wipe it out from the
It's way too
light.
messy for me. I'm going to go get all my boxes located, so when I do this, we'll go like the
So I'm using here.
Let me see.
I'm using this is some of that powdered color that
Oh, the
I
Lindy?
diluted.
Oh, cool. So she actually took the Lindy's and put it with water, mixed it with water already. So when she puts it in, it's liquid. And the Lindy's are cool because they have multiple, or the Nuvo shimmer powder we have as well. We've had that one. Because they have multiple colors in them. What, Margie, you said what before, and we're told it was an error and it didn't show up? Well, you know, YouTube. YouTube likes to mess with us, mess with you in chat. So this is a metallic ink.
You know, Margie, I really haven't made too much of a mess. It stayed pretty.
No, yeah. When you do small and you have place to put things out.
Yeah.
Then,
I'm making a mess.
I am too. I am too, and that's okay. I'm going to add a little bit of teal to this. And then I'm going to swirl and see if they can activate some of that. It does, as these hit the shimmer powder, whoop, it does tend to activate it. It's the small space. Yeah, Margie likes dry papers, not these wet papers.
Oh, they're drying pretty fast.
All right.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So I did like the acrylic ink much better for bringing the colors out.
The acrylic ink rather than the acrylic paint?
Yep.
Cool.
They seem to give a better stick to the paper. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay.
It didn't look grainy or gritty. It was nice and smooth.
I'll put down a couple of index cards. Now, if my index card picks up the powder, I can spray the index card, activate that powder. Is that my... Where's my ruler? Over here. Move my paper and maybe just set it down and, oh, now you can see the metallic in it. That's cool. Set it down and wipe it with the paper towel. I put all this over here. Could use that space to wipe it. I have too many colors on my desk. It's taken up all my space to set things to dry. Sylvia likes drying paper or dyeing papers, but she will try this on a very quiet day, like after she runs the wood chipper. Oh, that's pretty, Sarah. That's really pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Dropped my pen. Oh.
The other thing you can do with paper in this is if you do it in and then fold it over onto each other, like you only put it on one side and then you fold it over to get the second
on itself
side.
I'm going to add another.
You get a mirrored image.
Yep. Or close to it, but not quite because it's not going to actually be.
I'm going to try.
Oh, there's some ink that's dried up in the bobble of my ink thing.
Okay, so this is the index card I just put down, and these are really cheap Dollar Tree index cards, so they're super, super thin. But what is really cool is the back side. This hasn't been in. This is just what bled through. I love that.
Oh, cool.
That might be the side I actually use because the metallic bled through plus the other. And how can I use a paper towel to wipe when I just took the roll of paper towels out to the other room? I got everything organized in here. I just totally did. Yeah. Didn't even think about the final.
I'm putting that one back in there.
Yeah, they love that too, Sarah. That's really cool looking. See if I can pull this out from under. Put it here. Okay, I like that. I like this with all the white on it and just the swirly. And I'll go back and get, actually, I can get the other side right now. It's just fine. Okay. Yeah, that's good. We'll just let that dry. Okay, let's get a few more things in this, and then we'll move to one of the liquid inks. Let's see. I know I've got, let's get a couple of these book pages here. You like the book pages. Something like a book page, you can get as little or as much on as you want. So if you want just a little bit as a background, and you still see a ton of book page, words, text, and if you want a whole bunch in the background to really cover it up, you can do that too. Actually, these colors, these greens would be really pretty with the blues underneath it. All right, try to mix them together and see if I can get a whole new marble. I do find that these dry really fast. If
so I added teal to the last one that I did it, added this to it.
Oh, that's pretty. Love the teal.
These are labels too.
Nice. I think we need to. I'm going to turn some of this upside down. And then mix these two. So I have the teals and the blues and the purples all in one.
So I did this thing with kids when I was babysitting. We did it on the people's back porch. They lived on a golf course. And so I was on their back screened in porch with the kids. I even let them put their feet in it and walk all over the, I had put down stuff to make, you know, a tarp to make sure that they didn't, you know, that we didn't get it all over the place. And the tiny little bit that did get on that deck, I had to go out and power wash it because they were like, "You've ruined our deck." And I'm like,
gosh.
Oh my God, it's a drop of paint.
Oh,
look at your children's beautiful work and you're
really, and you're worried about it. Yeah.
And didn't get paid for it. Yeah. So
because they were so mad at you.
Well, I didn't get paid for power washing their deck.
Oh.
It took me like 2 hours.
Oh, geez. To get
that off. I use like so many different detergents and everything.
Yeah.
And the kids'
I
feet
do
were
like
stained too. But I have
Of
used
course.
acrylic paint. I don't know why it
Oh, really?
stained them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And here is the book
Food
page
dye
again.
too. So it was probably the
Oh,
food dye.
like that. That's pretty.
Oh, that's pretty.
I'm really liking these book pages in this mixed. My first and second batch of color mixed. And these never look as good on screen as they do in real life.
Yes.
So I know if yours is really pretty on screen that it's gorgeous in real life. Let's see. Twitch, Samantha, and call the paper towels back. Too late. She needs a hose down. Can you hear the music playing? Oh, maybe they're busy making these. I think gel plating will be more fun, KK. Yeah, well, on this one, the shaving cream is the carrier. On the other, the gel plate is the carrier. So
that's right.
Yeah,
and you can actually move this carrier around.
Yeah,
where you can't move the gel plate around.
Honestly, truth be told, if I had to choose between this and gel plating, I would choose gel plating.
I think I would too. Because of the mess factor, but it's yeah. I do like when you get really, really, really good marbled effects. And you really, it's very hard to do in any sort of situation other than this or the liquid way to do it. It's there's no way to get the swirls.
Pages. You can have book pages, Sylvia. I think I'm going to put some white over the top and try some of the liquid. I want to try this Dina Wakley.
I'll send them to you, Sylvia.
There you go. Look how nice she is, Sylvia. And you her book pages. Aw. Okay, I'm going to smooth this down a bit. Although this is still, you can put it in once and you can go for a long, long time. Yes. This is still great. Great color here. Very workable. And as you saw with DM's suggestion, all you have to do is add a little bit of white. When it gets too much color like this, add a little bit of white and then dribble one color in it, and you've got a whole new marble all over again. But I want to, let's see, did I bury my baby wipes? I did. Use a baby wipe on this. We'll have to go out and wash this with Dawn, I'm sure. By Tim Holtz ruler. Hopefully he's not having a conniption. You're using my ruler for what?
I'm upping it $1 because it has another use.
Really? No, it's already high enough. Okay, so let's see. You have done the acrylic ink. So I will do a different, I will not do acrylic ink. I've got some right here. Although there's some colors in there that I really do want to try. Oops, she's flinging. I'm about to get seen again.
Came out super cute.
It doesn't like being upside down. Wonder why. And
maybe that in a past life it was a witch and got hung upside down.
Oh, that just reminds me of that video.
And here's another book page.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool. It's fun because you don't know what you're going to get out of it each time. Every pull is different, which is like the gel plate, very much like the gel plate. Every pull is different.
Yes. We always get fun special treats when we go to retreat. It's so much fun. That's coming up. That will be the first week in May, right, Marianne?
Yes. Absolutely.
They're talking about
May 1st to 8th.
Yep.
I missed it. What are they talking about?
Oh, they're talking about sending things to retreat for people.
Oh, fun. And retreaters love the surprises you send. More controlled results. Yep. New meaning to Blue Mondays. I know I'm rather blue, aren't I? I'm so blue.
Look at the swirls on this one.
Oh, that's cool. You did little round swirlies instead of a great big marbly. That's cool.
Except for I pulled some of the paper. I messed the paper up, scraping it off.
It's okay.
This is really thin paper.
You have to be careful. Yeah, I've torn a couple of my index cards because they're super thin. Dollar Tree style. Hey, honey, could you grab me that half roll of paper towels that's out on the kitchen counter? So glad you're here today, and sorry for forgetting everything. Prefer using stamps. Toss them to me. Smart Alex.
Holy cow.
You just saw the Smurf effect.
You cannot go out in public like that. Sure.
Uh-oh, he's going to be embarrassed to take me out. That was awesome.
I am a little
purple. Love your reaction. Everybody says hi, honey.
Hi.
Everybody says hi to you.
He's screaming hi, I can tell.
Yep. Yeah, today. Okay, thank you. The snow has died down a bit, so he's going to go get the groceries out of the car.
Oh, good. Well, I hope there wasn't. Well, it's probably cold enough to keep the ice cream, but
yeah, he didn't get ice cream. I'm sure of it. We haven't been eating ice cream. We've been really good. You guys, so it's what you guys were saying. Holy cow, you cannot go in public. I'll be embarrassed to be seen with you.
Yeah.
You didn't have to. Doug said it. Douglas speaks truth. Oh, that is funny. Oh, come on. I can't get this one to mix up. I am going to use these neon colors of Dina Wakley Media Gloss. It's glossy acrylic medium. Radical, gnarly, and stoked. Oh, that's pretty. You could probably take these and drop them in a design. That would be cool. Oh, those are cool neon colors. How pretty they are.
Oh, I like those.
If you like color, these are
gorgeous. Holy mackerel. Hello, 80s.
Yeah, yeah, no kidding.
Like that.
I actually have a few of these in the store because I wanted to get them. And as you know, when I order things, everything has its own minimum. So if I order one of these, it's either usually three or six that I have to order. So if I have one, there's at least two in the shop, maybe five. I think these were a minimum of three. So there's probably two more sitting in the shop. And I wanted to try them out. Ooh,
music page.
Ooh.
That's pretty.
I like how you crinkled it ahead of time.
Yes.
I didn't crinkle it.
Oh,
you didn't?
That's the effect of the marbling, I guess.
Oh, yeah, it looks like that.
I put some white acrylic paint down first.
Uh-huh.
And then I used yellow. I think it was yellow.
Wow.
That's probably exactly what it is. Yeah.
Very cool. All right, let's try some of these. And see if I can not get all the blue from my fingers onto these. There should be a bunch of white with this neon going through it.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Oof. Oh, that's going to be cool.
I made cinnamon rolls in mine. When I was looking at it straight on, I didn't see cinnamon rolls. I looked up at the screen. It looks like I have a bowl of cinnamon rolls.
I totally see a little box of 6 cinnamon rolls.
Yep.
And it's making me hungry.
Kitty tracks. We could make kitty tracks. That would be
because
cool.
they look yummy.
Oh no, I should have taken it out.
Oh, you just need a little more cream on the top. Then it won't mix in with it. Just to cover it totally. All right. Wouldn't want a kitty to jump on the desk now. That's funny. I can laugh because I don't have one. Oh, that would be hilarious. You're going not.
Not, yeah.
Not. It would be hilarious on the desk, and you'd probably get some really cool prints out of it. It wouldn't be hilarious as the cat goes running through the house.
Right. I'm lucky. My cats don't get up on this surface unless they're chasing something like the mouse that was on it.
Like
or
the mouse.
because it is, I do stand at a standing desk.
Yeah.
I do have a chair that I can sit at too, but I mostly stand at my desk.
There's very light. Okay. Let's. Oh, should have brought that trash can closer to me too.
So these brown strips that I'm using right now are actually the ones like you'd put to hold money, or or a bunch of envelopes. It's just they haven't been used yet. Yep, to hold them together. They haven't been used yet. So that's what these are. A bin find.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what they were.
A what find?
Bin. We have a store around here that gets Amazon and off stuff. And on Wednesdays, everything in the bin is $1. But Dawn Marie has come up with a plan to make things cheaper than $1 by the way I package them or I pick them up. And they actually appreciate what I do because I like to get the little things, you know, at the bottom that a lot of people just, you know, it's stuff that they've opened and it's just gotten dumped in.
Yeah.
I get a bunch of those, and if I can get enough together, I put those together to remake the pack. And they actually enjoy that I do that because at the end of the day, they're throwing those things away. You know, they're just picking them up and throwing them because it's the last day. So they appreciate my work, and I get extra.
A lot more
they
little
like
stuff.
Yeah, I get they'll count 2 things as one thing every once in a while because they know that I got them out of the bottom of the bin. All the screws, you know, those things get put in the bottom. All of the pens too. Pens I find quite regularly.
So Amazon and Walmart and a lot of companies, when things are returned, they don't restock them.
Right.
They send them off to a warehouse and they package them on pallets. And you can actually go buy them by the pallet, which sounds really cool, but you know, that's a ton of stuff.
Yes.
So there are people that turn that into a business and they buy pallets and they can say where they want it from or what type of things. Do they want electronics or households or, you know, those kinds of things. And they buy those pellets and then open up stores where they sell those items, which for the most part are brand new items that were just returned. Sometimes there's something wrong with them, but you can always see, you know, what it is. A lot of times they'll open them up and just throw them into great big bins, not throw them, but, you know, set them in big bins, and they'll be open for 5 days a week. And the first day, everything is $6. The next day it's $5. The next day it's $3. The next day it's $2. And the next day it's $1. So the last day it's $1 for anything in there. And so that's a great price. And you take the chance of, you know,
what you're going to find
left, because good things might go.
Right. And you're also getting the stuff that's been dumped out of people checking out what the things are in the boxes.
Which there's the advantage. Yeah.
Right.
Things get, and at the beginning, those bins are so full that you can hardly see anything. So people are, you know, turning them over and trying to get to the stuff on the bottom, and they open packages to see what's in them. And then the package may not get closed completely. And
then there's one pen missing, or they've spread, you know, a whole bunch of seed beads, you know, all over the place because they opened those up.
Seed beads, sorry.
Well, I haven't done seed beads, but I have done pretty close to that small.
Yeah.
But there are certain things that just in the bottom there, you might find a deck of cards that half of the cards are spread out in one bin and the other half are in the other bin. But they'll be really cool cards, and no reason to not
take the time to pick them up.
Take the time to pick them up and get them for 50 cents. Then, you know, then that's good. So, but I have learned some extra methods because if
so
you do the work and they see the work,
they know they don't have
the next one.
Ooh, that's pretty. That's very cool looking.
It's got your favorite color, DM orange.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That one's so pretty. It's nice and feathery. That's the word I'm going to use.
Feathery, it is. That's a good word. Sylvia, I built my own standing desk, and it goes up and down, so it can be sitting or standing. And the desktop is just a desktop that I picked up at IKEA, because they, you know, on their desks, you can buy just the desktop, or you can put all the different parts and pieces together. So I got a desktop there. And then on Amazon, I ordered this frame, the desk frame. Yeah. And just mounted the desktop on it. And it is electronic. It plugs in, and there's a little button over here right underneath the edge of the desk. And it can raise so I can stand up if things are hurting. And then I can take it to any level up and down, you know, I don't know, it's got like a 20-inch span. So, yeah, I agree with you. Sometimes it just hurts too much to sit too long. It's actually easier to stand. And then sometimes after a while it hurts to stand. So,
mine actually came, it's the top of an island that I scrounged out of the dumpster probably 4 years ago. And then the base is actually because I have it mounted to the wall. The base is a standing, you know, at a bar, the tall tables. It's just a base from that I pulled out of a dumpster.
Cool.
So, except for both things were extremely heavy to get up into my studio, and people were not happy with me when I had them bring them up.
When they had to carry it up there.
When they had to carry it up. And mine does not go up and down, but I also have a desk that slides out from underneath it that's regular height that I will use if I need to. So you can
sit or stand.
So I can sit. And I also have a tall chair. But the dogs are in it right now.
Those things be so big, cricket. Normally, Trisha's temporary paper are holding the space. Oh. Well, you know. Yeah, that's tough, because if you leave enough space free that you could stand over here or sit over there, that's a whole lot of surface space. Ooh, love that one.
Oh, very pretty.
Thank you.
That's a lot of surface space, Sylvia, that you then can't use to put things on. So yeah, it's a trade-off, and it's a tough one to decide. That's why I decided to build the raising desk. Decided that would be best use of my space. But
how often have you changed the height?
Frequently. Like right now, I could just reach over here, push the button, and stand up.
If you wanted to stand up in the middle of it,
start hurting and I need to stand up. Usually, when I'm gel plating or doing something like this, I will stand. My feet were hurting this morning, so I'm sitting, but I'm sitting high. My chair is actually like a doctor's stool, and it goes up and down in height, and so it goes pretty low up to really high. So it's almost too high feet to be comfortable on the floor. I have something underneath that I put my feet on, and so I can have the desk up higher and have the chair up higher. I can bring the desk down lower, bring the chair down lower, or take the desk up and stand up totally.
Yeah,
I do like the option for my old body. Okay. Let's see here. What else do I really want to try? Or that turned out cool. The red, white, and blue, that wasn't even red, white, and blue to start with, and it ended up that way. The red, white, and blue always makes a really good marble. I don't know why.
Here's the other half of my textured piece.
Oh, love that.
Wow.
Love that one. That's pretty. I wanted to do some orange. Let's see. Some saffron yellow. And there's a couple of colors that I really like together. Let me move some of these guys out of the way. Get some of the cream off of them. What haven't I used? I haven't done alcohol ink. I haven't done re-inkers. Let's see. Yeah, that was really pretty. If I go down and mix this with the layers underneath it, I mean, it didn't intend to stay in the same color families, but every time I mix it with the ones underneath it, it gives really cool a whole new marbling kind of grouping of colors. Even when I put those neons in there, they didn't really alter it horribly when they mixed in. Okay. Let's see here.
Yeah, Julie, it is. The colors underneath are bound to determine to show up eventually when you start going down. Your other colors will show up. That's one reason I changed mine. Plus, I wanted to do a couple of boxes, so I've just been using mine up and changing it. But I tend to like to do mine in small ones, so I don't have to go on top of each other. I like clean. Surprisingly, I like it clean when I like it clean when I start with a new color. I don't want the mud underneath it. Yeah. Which is totally in reverse. I like messy things, but I do like. That doesn't
make sense at all.
It doesn't make sense at all. I'm liking this orange, which is what I got from mixing up what I had before, and blue ink that I put in it. Well, anybody going to retreat, I think these are going to be your ATCs.
Oh,
Not
cool.
only this thing, but you know,
Sure.
this is going to be the base for them.
Base. That'll be your start.
Because these turned out way better
Awesome.
than I expected.
That's cool. I'm going to do some acrylic ink. Oh, I was going to put down some new white and I didn't. So let's see what it does over the top of this kind of purpley blue sort of stuff. Interesting. I really
So
meant
these
to
are
put
two
white.
more textured ones that I had.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh, it's definitely putting a lot of different layers on that. I actually like the idea of doing that and then doing all the different types of, you know, thin layers of different types of, you know, way you're doing them. Like with this, or if you were using the water float, or you were using, you know, and then you could go on to doing, you know, spray box, and then you could go on to doing gel plate, and then you could go, you know what I mean? You could do one thing with a good base on it, with a, you know, a something that's textured, and just keep going and going and going and see what you get in the end. Light layers would be great. You know what? I forgot to take the stuff off of just the plain orange one. Okay, so these have been sitting for a very long time, everybody. With the foam on them, because I didn't do them when I did them coming off. So who knows what
That's okay. That's okay. It'll come off.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried.
Not less of the brown and green. They together made even more brown. More of the gold. What? It's like chocolate chips on chocolate pudding. Oh, now that would have been better if I had let that dry. Okay, that's interesting. I think the acrylic ink is better off letting it sit there and dry before taking the foam off.
Yes.
Because the ink will dry in its design. Otherwise, all you do is smear the ink into one big mass.
Yes, and that's what I'm finding with the ones that I did, that I let sit for a long time. They're coming off much better, as you can actually see the design better than if
and I think it.
I had taken them off.
I think that is different based on what kind of color you use. Like this turned out great, and I scraped that off right away. However, this just kind of all mushed together.
Mm-hmm.
That was acrylic ink. Acrylic ink.
Well, these are all. I've been using ink since I.
Okay. You never did use acrylic paint at the beginning?
Yeah, I did at the very beginning, but now I'm using acrylic ink. Except for I did use white paint on this, and I can tell you there's a big difference between the acrylic paint and acrylic ink. The way it sits on.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah, definitely a big difference.
I didn't even know there was such a thing as acrylic ink.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of acrylic ink and watercolor ink.
Didn't realize that there's different types of inks.
Well, yeah, that there was paint, but not that there was all this variety of ink. Yeah.
I do know if you leave it sit for a long time and it's still got some of the stuff off, if you just rub it with a paper towel, once you think it's 100% dry, it tends to take the soap residue off.
Right.
You know, the stuff if you think that it's filmy.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought ink was ink too, Margie, until I saw acrylic ink and watercolor ink. And I mean, I know that there's liquid watercolors, you know, well, not really even liquid, but they're out of a tube. You squeeze them out and then, well, there are liquid watercolors, but that was watercolor paint. I never thought about watercolor ink. Let's get some of these smaller offcuts.
Should have thought before I put purple and green together.
Yeah.
Here's the next one.
Ooh, I like that one a lot.
Oh, that's really pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes there is just too many choices. We freeze when there's too many choices, can't decide what to do. It's much easier if it's this or this, or even if it's just this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm not liking this so much because I forgot to put some white on it. Oops, just pulled the top right off of that brush. Oh well, it now is a mixing tool. Oh, I should be surprised that they have water-based ink markers. Crochet is easier. Hook in some string and you're all set. That is very true. I do like to crochet. Crochet is relaxing. And you can do it while watching a movie or craft videos. Oops, I'm flinging cream now everywhere. That's not good. I stand this bottle up and it comes out just fine, but turn it like upside down to get it closer and it doesn't like it and starts spurting.
Hi, Jen.
Hey, Jen.
So I like these colors with the pink, green, and brown.
I do too. a lot.
You are right, Jen. The contrast in color is what makes marbling look the best.
And that last one I did with the contrast because I forgot to put the white down. Forgot to put the cream down first.
Oh, not green. I got green already.
Like popcorn. Just popped in like popcorn. Pop, pop, pop beaver.
Oh gosh. Pop music. Pop music.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here.
Pop videos.
Yeah.
I'm pop-up video old.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Aren't we all?
I remember when pop-up videos were popular. I actually liked pop-up videos because it was cool to learn how they made things and what they did on those videos.
Right.
You learned some really cool information.
This should be a patina and rust, but that's awfully bright for rust. The patina looks awfully green. Let's see what we can get here. Try some ATCs.
Uh-oh, it's coming out of the back, not the front.
Oops. Not supposed to do that. And alcohol inks are another one that you can wipe right away and it won't affect your design because the alcohol ink is permanent as soon as it touches the paper.
Are you doing alcohol ink now, Marianne?
Yep, I just put alcohol ink in this batch right here. So if it's a permanent and a very quickly permanent, then you can wipe it off right away and get good results. Because as soon as it touches the paper, it will stain in the design. If it is not permanent, then you want to let it sit a bit, let the shaving cream almost dry. Otherwise, as you move it, the color moves with it and just smears.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Looking for some other scraps here. Got some things like this that I did something on one corner, so I'm just going to tear those off and use the rest of the paper.
I added blue to this one.
Oh, I like it. I like the blue. See what you get when you pull that one. That's really pretty.
Let me go grab a couple other inks and see what those do. going anywhere. Press it right there. Let's try my Jane Davenport and credit inks.
Oh, cool.
What kind of inks?
Incredible ink.
Oh,
What kind
Jane
are they?
Davenport.
Are they acrylic ink or watercolor ink or
It doesn't say.
alcohol ink or ingredients? Doesn't say if
smell
it's
like
water-based?
alcohol. We'll see what it is. I think they're alcohol inks. Somebody wants to look it up, they could find out. I have no idea. R.I.P. Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
there, that one's pulled with those colors.
Oh,
wow.
pretty. Yeah, I love that. I see a lot of things in that picture. That's cool. Some of those cool splotches, they look like things. I see an ant. They're what?
It's a book page.
Yeah. I see a butterfly up in the right-hand corner and an ant standing on its hind legs on the left and yelling at the butterfly. That's pretty.
Little pieces.
Let's see. All right, we're going to do this. Okay, I'm not going to smooth it out. I'm just going to put different alcohol ink on it. Looks like irises, Margie said. Okay, let's see here. Boysenberry, indigo, fiesta, blueberry, raspberry. Love that one. And pink sherbet. Let's see. Let's do those three. Boysenberry. Ooh, fiesta or raspberry? Fiesta or raspberry with boysenberry. I think I'll go raspberry, and I will try the fiesta over there with that group. Yeah.
I would say they're alcohol inks because of the way the pictures are coming out.
They're
sitting
immediately.
Yeah.
As soon as you pull it up, oh, that's pretty. You can wipe it off, and it doesn't smear at all.
It doesn't smear at all.
Yeah, probably alcoholic. Then that's cool. Book page is screaming for a poem to be written over it. Beautiful work, Sylvia says to Sarah.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Yep, it's ink-based. I can tell just by the way it came out on the paper.
Yep. All right, so
the ink is
alcohol ink.
Alcohol ink. Yeah.
Thank you, Jen. This is the last two one. This is also a textured piece
Oh,
right here.
wow, that's gorgeous. That is really gorgeous.
Ooh, I love all the colors in that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, those are some pretty things.
Those are pretty.
Thank you. Those are.
Yeah. It's like a teal and a purple.
Yeah, and a light pink or a lighter pink.
Mm-hmm. I do like alcohol inks for the fact that when you wipe them, it doesn't affect your design at all.
Yes.
You get exactly what you marbled in there.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Mine? Or what color? I like what color Marianne has in
Marianne, yeah.
right now.
I like yours too, but I like Marianne's too. That's beautiful.
Let's
Yeah.
Let's see what else we can get out of this. Gonna take hours to clean up the mess. You guys are having so much fun. You won't want to stop. That may be true, Julie. That may be true. Look, I love, look on the book page, how it's coming through. The alcohol ink.
Yep.
And it's like a ghost print, and it's so cool on the backside.
Yep, it is coming through. I just looked at the back of mine.
Yeah, it's really
I
neat.
also don't think that the alcohol ink doesn't mix together either as well as, so like you can get more pulls with the multicolors in it before it starts looking one color.
I agree with that. Before it gets all mushed up. Okay, that's the front. And that's the back. It's like a ghost print of it.
Wow.
I like them both. I like the front just as well. I mean, the back just as well.
So this one is a German, very old German page.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
And this is a Spanish book page. It'll take you a minute to see it, though.
Oh, yeah.
I like using other
They'll see it at the same time they hear you say it, Sarah.
They do?
Yeah, your audio and video come across at the same time. So they will see it at the same time that they hear you say it. It's just that when you look on YouTube, it's weird because you have to wait 30 seconds to see what you're holding right now.
Yep.
All right, I added a little indigo into that same mixture. Yeah, you can do different ways, the same type of thing, different ways on the gel plate. You know, if you were doing it with kids, I would do this because I'd rather not have, well, depending on the age of the kids. Some kids would fine on the gel plate.
And some would use it as a drum.
Yeah. Some would end up stabbing it and ruining it, and
Yep.
you'd be trying to hold your tongue. So shaving cream is less destructive if you're doing it with kids, but yeah, we could do this on the gel plate. So I added a little indigo to it. Got that.
Nice.
Oh, that's pretty.
And I saw some of this orange coming through, and I really liked that.
Oh.
Indigo, and then a little bit of that orange coming through because of that raspberry. It looked really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give it just a little bit more of that. I should just pull down an orange alcohol ink.
I'm still finding that the alcohol ink is not mixed together. It's still coming out as 3 different colors. Even when I put it down like this.
Yeah, this is alcohol ink. And this is alcohol ink. And I like how it kind of mixes, but I still can see distinct colors. It's not just a big mush.
Yep.
That's pretty.
Yeah, let's see.
Actually, Jen, I would like to try making it with the Italian way with the water gel.
Yeah.
How
water marbling.
Yep.
I've been wanting to try water marbling with alcohol ink.
Yeah, there's a I've seen them where they've made the water, whatever they've done to the water makes it sit longer on top.
Yes, they put sizing in it.
Yeah.
There's so many things I want to try. There just isn't even time to try all the things. I want to try everything.
No.
When I was in Florence, or was it Venice, I sat and watched. They have people who pull these papers. The ones done on the water.
Right.
In the windows of the room that, where they're working. So you can stand and watch them pull all the colors over and over and over again.
There's somebody I watch on YouTube. She does an incredible job. She makes scarves, large scarves, water marbles, large scarves, and people custom order colors and And
who does that?
Somebody I watch on YouTube. I'd have to look it up if you're interested, but she does a really beautiful job of it, and it's just fascinating watching her.
I was watching something on YouTube the other day, and they actually water marbled with the stuff. I don't know if it's paint or ink that you use to do your body for, just a couple days or whatever. And they were marbling people's arms.
Oh yeah. You stick your arm down in it and then slowly pull it out the exact same way you went in.
And you end up with swirlies like this, which I'm like,
And it's like a body tattoo.
Yeah.
And doing it with, like an alcohol ink that will attach to anything, which would be skin.
I'm sure they have. I'm
really cool. I saw that.
Yeah, I know that the ink that they use in tattoos actually can be used to just drawn on top of it, and it dyes dyes the skin for a little while. You keep them longer than usual, but
they could use like a hemp ink or something.
Yep.
I don't like that one as well. It's getting muddy. When it starts getting muddy, I'm better off doing this and kind of mixing it together and then putting a different color over it to create a new marble.
Mm-hmm.
It's on. It's on.
Oh. Let's see. Yeah, they use a sizing in that water.
Yeah.
Is that starch? Sizing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sizing is a starch.
Yeah. Yeah,
because it almost stays in place for a really long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can do multiple dips and get the same quote unquote looking.
Right. Well, this lady that I watch, you can't do multiple dips because she picks it all up on a huge scarf, and the scarf is 100% dyed and with the pattern, and it's amazing. I mean, I've seen a lot of people doing it, but hers is quite different than many. The results she gets is just incredible. I find it very relaxing to watch her. She puts on soft music and just starts doing her thing, and the whole process is just relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to use. I wanted to go to that one. This is the one I did before. Darn it. Oh, well. Let's see what we get with this, because it's not what I intended to use. Grab the wrong 3.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like somebody's slurping their shake.
Yep.
Yeah. My think my shaving cream is about gone.
Getting low. Oh, this is cool.
Wow. Mine is staying in the shape as long as I pick it upright. It doesn't change. It hasn't changed the swirly yet.
As long as it's alcoholing and finding it staying with what I picked up, which is cool.
Yeah, definitely. So the ink does perform much differently than it dyes the paper.
I love these colors too, Julie. They're really gorgeous.
Because that isn't even bringing up any of the foam when I put it down. There's no foam on this paper.
Really? When you picked it up, it had no foam on it?
Yes. It has no foam on it. It came up just like this. A little tiny bit right there.
Wow.
But I keep putting it down and it's staying like this. Like I've done 5 like this already.
Do you have, how much foam do you have on the bottom? Just very, very little?
Yes.
Okay. So super thin layer.
Yeah.
That make a difference.
I'm also using super thin paper. So it's probably just dyeing from the ink. And then when I lift it up, it's not.
I think it makes a difference how much shaving cream you put down.
Probably.
I think that makes a big difference. Yeah. I'm just trying to think. We did some experimenting with water marbling once, and I don't remember if it was on a live or if I recorded it or if I was just messing around. Not remember. Pretty sure it was using alcohol ink. Just a small thing like this, nothing big.
Birthday cake explosion. Yes, actually, it does look like somebody's birthday cake.
Yeah. That's a good. Oh, you know what I'm gonna try?
Yeah, and it really doesn't go with what the book is either. I mean, this is Game of Thrones, and this bright pink color not really working.
It's all right. Not like anybody's gonna read the text, right?
Nope.
Okay, I've got this nice color all mixed up now. I want.
That was that last one.
Black. That's what I want.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna see. Black alcohol ink. What do we got here? Pitch black. I'll try alcohol ink. I was gonna go with acrylic ink, but what's in there is alcohol ink. So I'll go with alcohol ink. Oh shoot, it's 2 o'clock. Darn it. All right, let's see what we can do with this black. Ooh, I could do this with some greens and tans and get some really cool botanical looks. Almost looks botanical there, like botanicals growing.
Oh yeah, it does. It looks like the
that looks cool.
Yeah, I could probably get some cool backgrounds for the botanical book. Worried about getting too much black, but I don't think there's enough black. It's cool, but not enough. Let me try something here. Now it makes me want a gel plate because I've got all this stuff out. Similar type process. I just want to scoot it over to the side and grab my gel plate. Be playing with some of the same colors. Oh, I cut it all over my face.
Now you can go shave.
Yeah.
Really. Scratched my face, and I thought I was using the finger that didn't have any, and there was shaving cream under that fingernail.
Yep.
It's everywhere. That's okay. That's funny. Sometimes I don't get dirty at all. Even like gel plating. I could sit and gel plate for a few hours and not get even my hands a mess at all. Other times I'm just like all in it up to my elbows.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference is. Maybe one time I'm purposely saying can't get dirty because I don't have time to clean up, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So the black looks very much brown with these pinks. Interesting. I like cool pockets and things. Well, this 2 hours has just gone by really fast.
Yes, it has.
It doesn't feel like it's been 2 hours.
That's because it's just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even though it's a mess, it's actually pretty relaxing.
Yep.
I think that
You
anything
totally
that's a
get
mess,
lost in doing this.
I think that things that are a mess can be relaxing because it's like most of our life. If things were a mess,
Giving
we're
into,
like,
yeah.
don't make a mess. You got to clean up. Quit that. You know, as a kid, you get in trouble for making a mess.
I
So as
never
an
got
adult,
Yes.
when you can make a mess, it's just and it's okay, and you're not worried about it. It's really quite
As
relaxing.
long as I cleaned it up, I was allowed to make messes.
That's cool.
And in the right area of the house.
Sure. Well, that's
But yeah.
cool.
So this is 2 book pages.
Ooh. That's cool.
Oh, wow.
there's a little bit of
Oh, I like
teal.
how light the green and the pink is. That almost looks like flowers with leaves on the side, like a tulip or a rosebud or something.
Let's see. I think I get one last one.
I'm going to get one last poll on this stuff. I
think
keep
this
seeing
will be
different colors.
It's too green though.
Or you leave it as that and then just add something over the top of it. And then you get this multicolored background with the featuring the new color that you added.
That's a good idea.
You don't have to necessarily get rid of the whole thing.
Let's see.
Not totally gross. It's just pretty green. Ooh,
See, what
cool.
color do I
Good
want?
background. It's a gray background.
Yeah. And these will change as they dry.
Yep.
We'll take some pictures of some of the cooler ones and put them in the group. Some of them that I didn't think looked great at all as they're drying, I'm seeing completely different images there.
I ended up with no whipped cream, barely any whipped cream left.
Really?
In this box. Yep. And
with in the box? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Okay, now we're getting down to other colors underneath it, which we're not. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm going to let these dry and then take some pictures. Because the mixture of colors and the mixture of types of inks is starting to come together from different layers, and that looks really cool.
Oh, cool.
The texture that I'm getting down there that you can't see yet. That's awesome. That's awesome. So these other colors start to pop through. Just keep doing book page. Well, this was way more fun to watch than to be involved in, Margie says. Just saying. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Margie. You know, we have to make a mess now and then just for you. So you can participate in a mess while not participating in a mess.
Yeah.
Without having to clean up the mess. Yeah.
Well, she's welcome to come and clean up the mess here at my house if she wanted to.
Yeah. Fat chance for that.
I know. She's not going to do that.
No.
Wow.
It's all right. We can send you some book pages. If I papered half of my room, craft room while dying, I would have to cover my entire craft room while doing this. Yeah, that's true, Sylvia. Actually, these, once you scrape it off, if you scrape it off right away, like when doing alcoholing, because I'm scraping these off, I'm just setting them on top of each other, honestly, because they dry really fast, especially the alcoholing ones. And once I've scraped the cream off, they can just stack. I just set every other one, you know.
Oh, that's pretty, Sarah.
Set them.
Yep, that's the last one.
Yeah. Last bowl. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, let them dry, then take a look at them, because you'll find that.
This is my spreading sheet, and that's all of this stuff I used this time.
That's cool. More vibrant, and the design will come out as they dry. I saw that Sarah used some of the ones she did last week in some of her tags. They looked really cool. Okay, so don't forget the tag challenge. This is the last week, but you have plenty of time to catch up. Prizes will be given away next Monday, Jumpstart, April 1st at noon Mountain Time. So definitely be here, same time, same place.
Marianne.
Yes.
Janine says she wants to see your hands to see if they're stained.
I don't think I have alcohol ink on them. Well, maybe a little bit right there. Most of this is acrylic, so it should come off. If they're stained, I'll take a picture and put it in the group. Sarah was smart and wore gloves. They shouldn't be because it's mostly acrylic. But if I did get alcohol ink on them, yeah, that will stain them. But the alcohol ink is much easier to not get on you. I don't know, because it comes out easier.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, the way it came off the page for me, I was barely touching it.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to play with a lot of foam to get what I was getting.
So the
so I didn't get a lot of foam around.
Paint, I think, was the messiest. Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes, it was.
If you see it, this is the box from the acrylic paint, and it doesn't look even half as nice as the boxes from the inks.
That one not. What is up with that? Ooh, the end of this. First time I've opened it. The end of this is like there's a knob in it. It's really hard and it won't squeeze. So how are you supposed to squeeze stuff up?
I don't know. I had that same problem. I said one of mine, I must have left ink up in the channel when I either that or somebody was cleaning.
This is the first time I've opened it, so
you can actually take those apart. You can take them apart,
and it's up here in the very tip of the rubber thing.
Yeah, it should come out like you can probably squeeze it out like Dr. Pimple Popper squeezes from the bottom. It should come
out. That is funny. Do not believe anything from Fearless Leader regarding April 1st. Oh, wow. So if I say you win on April 1st at Jumpstart, you're not going to believe me? Well, this one isn't getting any suction. That's weird. Okay. So, yeah, I guess if you come on April 1st and I say you win, then don't believe me and I'll choose somebody else.
Somebody who believes her.
Sylvia, don't believe anything on April 1st. Oh, listen to her. Guys, I forget about April Fools until you keep bringing it up. And you bringing it up makes me want to do something. something April Foolsy. You know I won't, but now I want to, so maybe I will. Gross. Yeah. It does kind of look a whole bunch of grossness. I don't know. DM, maybe I'll have to come up with a good April Fool's for retreat. Maybe I'll wait till retreat and then just say belated April Fools.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Sorry.
And just get everybody who's at retreat. Oh, funny. Yeah, they would have my head if we were there in person.
So this paper, because we've put the shaving cream on it, is starting to feel like the same sort of paper when you put the hand cream on it.
Yes, that Mama got me.
Yeah, it does. It feels very much like Mamagami.
Soft and flexible.
Yeah.
It's been coated and it's gotten down into the fibers.
Yep.
That's cool. Now you can all go home from retreat and the prize would be colored sand. We bring it up. Dr. Pimple Popper, yeah. She is fun to watch, that's for sure.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Why? We're supposed to be stopping. Why can't I stop? Doug will be coming in a minute. Are you done yet? We need to go. Apparently it's quit snowing, so
well, that's good.
We're safe there. And
you going somewhere?
I assume we're probably going to dinner. It's his day off. And
Nice.
Pick a different
Where are you
place
going
to go. I don't know. I usually know. Last time we went for Indian last week. I don't know this week. We didn't even get a chance to talk about it, so I have no idea. So
I can't wait to try. I can't wait to try your Thai restaurant because
yes.
I miss Thai.
Oh, and this one is excellent.
I can't even get it here.
Really?
No, there's not a Thai food restaurant in Springfield, Ohio.
How sad! That is
I know.
Really sad.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow.
Either somebody needs to get their button gear and open the first one and make a tons of money, or
really, because you know people love it. It's not like there wouldn't be anybody there, especially if it's the only one around.
Yep.
Well, Sarah, you can order as many meals as you want, bring them all back, put them in the fridge for the rest of the week.
Okay.
So that you get your fill of Thai for a year or 6 months until the next retreat. Every retreat, I'll take Sarah over to the Thai place so we can get a whole bunch.
I would love to be able to come to the next one, but I doubt very seriously I will.
In October?
In October, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, look at this. This is all just a bunch of muted colors all mixed up together. So I just ran some gold acrylic paint. Just swirled some gold acrylic paint around it. And that's all you need.
Cool.
You can still use whatever you've got. Add some gold or silver. Get a different look every time.
I like those little flowers.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what she said?
Ones on top.
Really smart. Just, cutting things out of punches in white, because then you can watercolor them. You can do this color them. You can alcohol ink them. You can do whatever you want to them. So, in fact, we'll have some punches at retreat that you can cut out of if you want to bring some white cardstock. Maybe we just go buy a pack of white cardstock and share it among everybody and punch out a whole bunch so everybody gets some.
Actually, I didn't even use cardstock. I used paper, just regular paper.
Ah. And that worked just fine. Oh, come on, Marianne. It's time to stop. I like my homemade vegetable beef soup, but that's about it. Oh, I love homemade soup. Especially when it's cold. Of course, I would just as soon go get pho.
So if you want your shaving cream to dissolve real quick, you can spray alcohol on it. That does it.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
And I wonder what that stuff the stuff that's left would do as a paint.
When it goes down and all you have basically is color on the bottom.
Color on the bottom.
It'd be ugly. It'd be brown.
Yeah.
You
I wonder if you could use it as
what I like is that water makes little holes in it.
Yeah, I wonder if it condenses it enough to make it almost like a paste, so that you could use that, what's left, on as a paste, because it has gotten some of the soap in it.
Right.
So it would. Oh, look at this one. So much better.
That's cool. That's very cool.
It's one of the first ones that I did. Actually, no, the greens are what I did first, and I do not like the greens. They did not come out nearly as good as the inks.
Well, yeah, those were
those were acrylics.
Paint. Yeah.
Paint. Yep. So I have a bunch of pre-ones done to make my
or
ATCs for
alcohol
retreat.
will make it dissolve and go down into nothing.
So Sylvia, if you want to me to send you some of these book pages, I'd be more than happy to.
No green crap in your soup. Not peas. Not. I love spinach in my soup.
What are you talking about, Jen? You're talking about the pho place? The pho place uses a beef stock that they cook for a couple of days, literally, to get with all the bones. They get a really rich, good. Now we have started eating their. They have the beef broth that they cook for several days. That is amazing. They also have a vegan broth, and the last couple of times we've gone, we have tried the vegetable and tofu pho with vegan broth, and it's actually really good.
Cool.
Because we saw that somebody else had it, we saw it, and it's got a lot more vegetables in it than the regular pho does, like bok choy, huge pieces of bok choy, which we love, and carrots and things like that. And then you still get all the little vegetables that you add to it. So we said, let's try that. Bones, yeah. They just cook them with the bones to get the richness out of the bones.
Well, also if you get the center, yeah.
That's what my daughter does all the time. She takes chicken bones and she makes a chicken broth.
And you can do that with the chicken or with beef.
You can do with anything that you.
What does she do with that then, Sarah?
She likes to just have it on hand. And she puts it as a chicken stock. Yeah, she just has it on hand.
I love that because that's much more rich and much more nutritious than just using a regular old chicken
actually,
stock.
I find it kind of gross, but she gets beef marrow bones and she cooks those and then she eats the marrow.
Yes, it's good for you.
And she says it's great.
Yep.
I'm not crazy about the marrow. It is good for you though. And,
she says she takes it out and puts it on bread.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can tell if you go to a pho place, you can tell if they have cooked their broth for a couple of days like that with the marrow bones. That is that rich.
The marrow actually will come out and go into the. And if not, you could actually scoop it out and put it back into the broth instead of eating it.
Right.
And then it would just sort of thicken up the broth a little tiny bit.
I mean, you can taste the difference if it's that rich broth that they've cooked for a couple of days, or if they've just whipped together some, vegetable broth or chicken broth. There's no good substitute for that. And I'm not sure how they do their vegan broth. I haven't asked. because that's
we all do that.
Do what?
I told Sylvia I will do that. She said to bring the book pages to her at the retreat, that you'd have a box for her.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Now that looks cool. I just took that mushed up whatever I had there and added some copper or rose gold. I'm not sure which one it was that I grabbed. And that gave a really cool marbly. In fact, that really did. Rose gold really worked well.
I thought I was done, but everybody else is still playing, so I guess I'll play again.
I know. It's like, I thought I was done. And then I'm like, well, I've still got all this sitting here. I just as well make use of it. And I've still got book pages sitting beside me.
Well,
So I just as well make use of them.
I'm cleaning up, but I'll show my pages.
I like when they dry, they really do take on a different look, a better look. So once they dry, we'll come back and take some photos. And
oh, I love curry chicken salad.
yum.
Curry chicken salad is so good.
Yum, Sylvia. Yeah, my favorite thing at that Thai place is pumpkin curry. It is.
I love pumpkin curry.
Do you? Oh my gosh. That is my absolute favorite dish there. It is really something special. How spicy do you like it? Just like 1 to 5?
Probably about 2.
Okay. It does not have to be spicy. The flavor is so incredible that it doesn't even have to be spicy. Ooh, calligraphy poems over them. That's a great idea. Over these background book pages. With a white ink would be really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I need to know what is a good white calligraphy ink to use with my glass pen, Sylvia. I don't know what white ink to get.
I really did a lot of pages.
Yeah. Did you have a whole stack there? Or is the stack gone?
No, I still have stack left. I have stuff left.
Yeah. I'm really liking the rose gold in with all these colors that have all mixed together.
I like rose gold a lot.
Me too.
Oh. Guess what time it is?
What time is it?
Motorcycle time.
It's the kid on the ATV time.
He comes down and bothers my dogs.
Dan, you need a summer house in Utah. They've shown that house a dozen times in the last 2 days.
Yeah, I would love a summer house. Well, we used to have one up at the lake in my hometown, and I would love to have that one again because I really could have a retreat there. It'd be perfect for a small retreat, like of 5 or 6 people.
Bye, Margie. Go get lunch, breakfast, whatever it is. That would be cool.
Because we could craft out on the deck or out on the screen porch, and then we have a loft upstairs where everybody could sleep. But you would have to share, or we could put little things around you. But yeah, that was.
Yeah, we had a cabin up in the mountains, and same thing. You wouldn't have your own room.
But you're also at a lake watching gorgeous stuff,
Yeah, up in the middle of the pine trees and the animals. Oh, I know I need to quit, but just having fun. Girls just want to have fun. Pumpkin curry. Sylvia, it is amazing. When you come here, we will go get it. I'd never even heard of pumpkin curry before. We went to this place and it was on the menu and I went, pumpkin curry? Oh, I'm not even sure that sounds good. But I was intrigued and I love curry. And there's a difference between Thai curry and Indian curry. I like them both, but they are different. For those who think they don't like.
And British curry.
Yeah. Some people say all they smell is Indian curry and they think they don't like curry. But they are all different. And I was intrigued, so I thought, well, I'll try it. If I don't like it, I never have to get it again. And oh my gosh.
I like the Penang curry too.
Oh yeah, they've got one of that too. And now every time I go, I think I'm going to get something different, and I don't. I get pumpkin curry every time.
Every single time.
So get Tom Kha, love that too, and Doug will get something different, and I'll try his. So I've tried a lot of the dishes, but I always get pumpkin curry because it's fantastic. Love Tom Kha. We always get the family size and share it and bring some home.
Yes, that was yummy. That I remember.
Yeah.
And it was better the second day, to be
honest. Yeah. Isn't most food, not all, but
yeah.
They even don't mind if we bring Lucy in and she sits under our table.
Yep.
Because we brought Lucy in when we first got her and she was just teeny tiny in our hands. And so they've known her since she was a baby. They're like part of the HPP family. Lucy grew up with them. Oh, I know I need to quit. What? I just said I know I need to quit. But
yes, you need to quit.
We're just playing.
Where are you taking us to lunch today, Doug?
Well, that's what I came in here to ask her because
I said we hadn't had time to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, on Mondays we always go somewhere on your day off, and so I said, well, he's probably got it figured out.
I don't. I was just out in the backyard pulling all of our dead tomato plants to make room for our new ones.
Come here.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And I still have to go to Winco to get some things, and I'm just too tired now.
So we need to go eat first, and then go by Winco.
We need to go eat first and get some food in our bodies, and then we can.
So what are my options?
Your options are anything you want.
Oh, that's too many options.
No,
I need
suck it up, Buttercup.
I need just like, how about this or this?
Okay, how about French or Mexican?
French or Mexican? I don't know of a French restaurant. Have you found one?
Well, yeah, we do.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh, we were sitting here talking about the Thai place because we got to take Sarah there at retreat. She doesn't have, there's not a single Thai place in Springfield, Ohio.
Are you kidding me?
Not kidding.
Man.
She loves Thai and pumpkin curry and can't even get it at all.
Pumpkin curry is the best.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay. So, what are my options?
You have as many options as you really, really want, honey.
Well, what would you narrow it down to? 3?
1, 2, or 3.
Okay. 1 is what?
I don't know.
Burgers. You want me to do it? One is burgers.
Okay.
Oh, okay. How about German?
2 is German.
German, Thai, or burgers?
Here, no burgers.
Wow. I just grabbed it with this and got it even worse. Don't say here and hand it to me. We have not tried that German place that we want to try.
No, we haven't. But I don't know if I'm in.
I was just going to say, are you in the mood for that?
I just thought of it.
I don't
know if I'm in the mood for that.
No burgers?
He said no burgers.
No, we can do turkey burgers.
We make killer burgers at home. So
I'm really trying to.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to make something with chicken today, and I'm just. I'm wiped out right now.
Yeah. Well, you've been doing. You do a lot of stuff on your 1 day off, 2 days off, 1.5 day off. She's making mud. That's what she's doing. A good job at making mud. So
go to Thai. Think of me.
We can do that.
Go to the Korean place next to it. Have you guys been actually there yet?
Yep.
We have?
Yeah, there's the Mexican place next to it and the Korean place next to it. Yeah. Actually, that's where I get pho with the egg in it.
Oh, that one. I didn't know that was Korean.
I don't know that it's Korean specifically.
I got Korean food there the last time I was there.
Korean, yeah, they have Korean food, Vietnamese food, even some Chinese food.
Yeah, I think it's a mixed plate.
You and me.
You and I.
You and I.
You and I.
Could be. Yeah.
You and
it's just an Asian place.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been there a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Last time we went there, I wanted that, and Doug wanted the Mexican that was next door to it.
Which is what I'm thinking right now.
He went in and ordered it and brought it next door, and we sat in there, and I had my pho, and he had his Mexican.
Yeah.
That was good. Well, you go get that Mexican and bring it in the garden, and I'll have Thai. I mean, I'd
rather do that. We could do either one of those.
All right. So
go have fun, eat.
What? Oh,
I said go have fun and eat.
Oh,
what's this, honey?
It's just shaving cream. Oh, that's just
everyone.
Stick, which I will rinse off. Don't let it go down the sink.
That's what I was asking.
All right, stop her.
Lucy, hey Lucy, you want some?
You and I, unity. Yeah, that's right. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We will take some pictures and show you. We'll wait for them to dry because they do start looking really cool once they're dry. The more they dry, the better they look. Always. So some of these last ones that I put through the gold on or the rose gold on turned out pretty cool. There are a few that I have not rubbed all of the cream off of yet. Need to do that. Oops, look at that, the gold smear. Darn it. Darn it.
Have a good night, Sylvia.
All right, you guys have the rest of a great day.
Bye.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Take the blue lady away from the craft room. Thumbs up, comment. Thank you. We love you guys. See you soon. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, TM, for hanging out with me.
Bye.
Bye.